And after that, if it's stuff's too hard, I would find it very doubtful, to be honest. Some stuff is just meant to be extremely hard, you know, like the raids. You know, raids aren't just like jobs that you're supposed to grind out in an hour. They can take a lot longer, you know?
Good work.
Enjoy. I am the law. And of course, when you have people to play with. Excuse me. Need to reload real quick. Every Friday and Saturday, there's a black market dealer that sells exotics. So you can buy like some really good exotics. We'll help you get up there. Now just realize though, until you're level 20, you're kind of going to be playing on your own or with what we call blueberries, people that aren't in your like fire team. Other people will come help you along, but there's like a level minimum requirement. You have to be within 3 levels of whatever story mission you're doing. So if you're doing a story mission that's level 20, you have to be at least a 17 or higher. Which is nice because it will say like, oh, this is impossible for you because you just don't have good enough gear. And that's actually nice. You know, it's a nice thing to have them to say, hey, don't waste your time. Like, don't. You're going to be running uphill with ice skates on a snowy day. Just don't even bother. Yeah, you might have been trying to do some bounties that were extremely hard. Like, I'm doing bounty right now. My bounty is just killing a bunch of people on the moon. My other bounty is to do what they call patrol missions, which are those little floating icons you see floating there. And they're basically like a scout, a patrol, a collect, or a slaughter. I like the collect and the slaughter ones because you just have to kill enemies. The scout ones make you go to a certain location and like scan it. But we've said it all along too, like this is definitely a game, folks, that if you're not a fan of first-player shooters, you're not a fan of sci-fi, you're not a fan of RPGs, that's not your game.
Monarchy is very curious to know what's out there.
But what I was saying about the MMO side of this game's going to grow. Every 3 months, roughly, a small DLC with new gear, new stories, new missions, future subclasses, major events, just all kinds of stuff. So... yeah, come out of there, sucker. Come on out. Oh, it's... what's up? Titan power. Now, once again, there are a few things fundamentally wrong with this game that I keep writing Bungie about. One, you can't control the sound effect volume or the big game music, or BMG, that you hear a lot. Two, that's like 2 different things, but it's all about the sound effects, so it's 1. And 2, you can't pick like player versus player. Like if you wanted to say my fire team versus another one of my fire teams so we can train with each other, you can't do that. You can only pick who you play with, and then it's random who you play against. That kind of pisses me off because, as everyone knows, we got $250,000 worth of tournaments this year, just in Destiny alone. And I want to be able to play like my fire team against my B fire team, so we can train against each other and not train against randoms. But we can't. You know, like in GTA, how you can set up like your teams and stuff. You can't do that here. It pisses me off. See how far that grenade goes. Boop. Make sure you guys get, you know, all your bounties up, stuff like that. I have a target bounty for today I'm going to need some help with. And of course, one of the most amazing things about this game now is I have more than one character finally, so I'll be able to do, like, the dailies. You guys want to fuck with fucking Dragon's Breath? Fuck sticks. I love that. It's good though that you played the demo a little bit, you know, so you got an experience with it, because I know a lot of people probably got this game thinking it was Halo-ish or Call of Duty-ish, you know, and they're like all that bummed because it's kind of a unique hybrid of a lot of different genres and feels. Fuck out of my face. Yeah, the best thing about bounties is they just give you they level you up really fast and, you know, give you a purpose and a drive. But the more bounties you do, the better chance you have of getting an exotic bounty, which are really fun. Now the exotic bounties are definitely the hardest, but you get the best rewards. Certain exotic weapons you can only get through those exotic bounties. Alright folks, we're going to need 5 people for Vault of Glass on hard, Antean checkpoint. Preferred VOG experience, preferred rewards coming. If you've already done it on hard this week, I'm not saying bow out. I could definitely use Sigma and Pro's amazing skills with me. And that'd be great. Skyrim and Angel both need to do it and showed a request to do it. That still leaves a few slots open, and of course I'm sure Sigma was up really late last night like he usually is, and won't be on here for just a little bit. God damn it, way all the way over there. I love, man, I was looking at the YouTubes this morning, man, and I was watching videos about people hyping the House of the Wolves. Like, I watched one video, it was like all the armor and gear from the House of Wolves. I watched another video, and neither of them had the same gear. So one of them's like completely wrong, or the other one's completely wrong. Then I watched a third one, and it was totally different. And it's just like, why are you guys like worried about what's coming out in 2 months, you know, or 40 days? Well, I don't know. Worry about playing the game now. It's funny, but they're, like I said, it's YouTube hype, speculation, gets views. That's all they care about. They don't care about having good information, real information. Sometimes a lot of those YouTubers just lie because it gets people into the show. Nice. I'm working on Thorn right now. I just need to go do the Crucible part. But I'm waiting to catch my Pocket Infinity up to the Crucible part so I can just do both of them in the same run. Both my bounties. This gun's pretty powerful, I have to admit. Big thing Apocalypse to remember is that exotic gear is good. It's the best. But you can only have one exotic gun equipped at a time and one exotic armor equipped at a time. So you need to have like an amazing set of legendary backup gear. That being said, that almost makes legendary gear a little more important than the exotic gear, I have to admit. What I need is another legendary sniper rifle for this character. Like I said, folks, I very rarely am going to bounce legendary items back and forth between my characters in the vault. I'll do it with exotics, but there's Angel. Angel, Angel, you coming to do the Vogue on hard with me today? Angel, Angel, you're gonna come with me in pro today. We're gonna do the Vogue on hard. I made it to Anthion's checkpoint by playing yesterday after everyone bailed, and I got to Anthion's checkpoint. Well, I wouldn't say everyone bailed. Quite a few people just came over to the new fire team. We busted past that pillar and oracle thing in like, or the oracles in like 10 minutes. Fear was pretty close with his strategy. He was missing 2 key elements. That was it. His location was bad, and my gun wasn't the best one for that. And I see, like, right there, Apocalypse, I just opened up that chest and got, like, some greens and some money. It's all about looting. Looting, scooting, shooting. I play more on patrol than I do on any other form. Like, I love just looting. Like I said, I play shooters to shoot. So, I just want to shoot stuff. I play drivers to drive, flyers to fly. I said pro, and you guys came over too. I corrected myself, or, you know, added you guys on there. When I say me, I always mean you, pro. I'll do some strikes with you to level up my Titan. Let me get my microphone on, and I'll send you an invite to my fire team, Angel. I'm doing a couple bounties to warm up. Just simple, like, I need helium filaments to level up some gear. So I'm just, if you want to come in, I would love to do maybe some like level 20 to 24 strikes if you want. I don't care how weak the strikes are, to be honest. Because I need fusion rifles for pocket affinity. Yeah, just give me 1 second here. I don't have my headset and stuff on. Let me kill this motherfucker down here, because I think it'll be my last one. A knight? There's usually no knights down there.
Okay, let's go.
Definitely. Well, there were 2 bounties today. Do 6 patrol missions on the moon, and collect 200 something on the moon by killing enemies. Let me get to a spot where I can actually send you an invite without getting shot. I'm just finishing up the 6th mission one, but I'll stay on the moon if you want to do those 2 really quick while you're here. You know what I mean? Today, folks, I just laid out my game plan 2 or 3 times in a row. I'll say it a few more times. I think it's very important for everyone to know what I'm doing, so there's no confusion. You know what I mean? Like, I have the Vogue, hard, Antheon, checkpoint, must be done today before the end of the show. I want to grind up and find Ascendant shards and crap like that. You know, those little, all the looting, scooting, shooting, grinding that you need to do to get a couple of my things up, my characters. Nice. You know why I like that Highlander Type 0 armor, the green one? Plate steel. I need plate steel. Alright. I don't think there's any enemies that'll shoot me in range over here. The only downside Apocalypse about this game is that it's a very limited amount of players can play on a team. I'm gonna get my headset set up before I get you an invite. Make sure you go to the Tower Angel though and get